It's recently been discovered that someone has actually filed a petition on change.org asking for a ban on film equipment inside gyms. It is no secret that self-awareness, common sense, and responsibility have been declining in several aspects of society. It is also no secret that an ugly side effect of this epidemic is rearing its head in the form of videos and photos being posted online of mostly unaware, perfect strangers seeking self-improvement at gyms across the country by other strangers seeking attention or promotion. Whether the context is innocent or, in many cases of late, vicious, it is becoming more glaringly apparent that it is inappropriate to expose individuals to an online audience when respect to privacy is expected by gym-goers and members.
Some women on social media are upset after it's been found out LA Fitness is now banning people from recording individuals in the gym without their permission to combat this new trend of false accusations against men in the gym. So goofy alert. This all started when it became a trend where women on TikTok will record themselves at the gym. Then if a man pops up in the background, falsely accuse him of being a creep or stating that he was doing something he wasn't. Some women on social media are upset, saying that this is stopping them from protecting themselves and sharing their stories of the gym when they feel like men are being creeps, which is complete cap. Because so far, all the videos that have exposed these so-called creeps have been exposed to be false. Not to mention, there's a reason why there's gym staff. Report the person to the gym staff.
So LA Fitness has updated their new policy. Taking pictures of someone else without their permission will get you terminated for your membership and contact with the law enforcement. The confusing part is people like to flex and record themselves when they do reps, and people just walk by or whatever the freaking reason may be. So anyone at this point can be like, hey, why are you recording me? Get an argument with you, delete the video or whatever, or get you kicked out. You know what I'm saying? Karens are going to have a blast using it.
Today, regular gym goers have to contend with ending up as background extras in someone's live stream, video, or selfie, or, worse, being called out as a #gym creep.
You can't use a tripod here at Planet Fitness, so you'll need to take it home. Okay. You can't have a tripod out there. So you need to take that back. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, it is absolutely policy. You can ask the manager at the front desk, and be nice, because she has a tendency to terminate people's membership if they get irate. So, but yeah, that is a policy. No filming. Unless you have permission. Not if you're by yourself in a little corner and you get nobody in the background, no problem. But since you're kind of in the middle here, my client just said something. So.
This video is absolutely ridiculous. You call this man a Karen and say that he attacks you. Why? Because he asked you, very politely by the way, to stop filming because his client in the back is scared she might be in your video? And he has every right to do that. That is Planet Fitness policy. The man's just doing his job. And he doesn't think you're illiterate. He's trying to speak to you, but you keep your headphones on so he doesn't know if you hear him. And then you go and support comments and say that this man is racist and that he should be fired? All for what? Because you want to feel like a victim, which you're not, just to get likes and attention on social media? Well, I spoke to Planet Fitness, and they're taking care of this, and you'll hear from them soon, because you need to do better. Mind your own business.
As #gymfluencers flex for their social media clout. With the recent explosion of the use of mobiles or professional camera equipment and tripods regularly turning up in the gym, there's a point of contention as to whether muscle-bound gym bros and brosophiends should be able to film their workouts, gains, or form, or even shoot themselves in mirror selfies in locker rooms. Unless you're a fully fledged gym baddie, gyms can feel like pretty intimidating places with all that loud, grunting, skin-tight lycra, muscle shirts, six-packs, and booty-licousness in your face. Now, regular gym goers have to contend with ending up as background extras in someone's live stream, video, or selfie, or, worse, being called out as a #gym creep as #gymfluencers flex for their social media clout. If you don't go to the gym and your social media feeds are already full of your sweaty mates working out or engaging in some po-faced posing, I can hear your deafening "ban them" all the way over here on the other side of the internet. Sorry, fitness freaks. A straw poll amongst my mates found no one is thrilled to watch that kind of content unless they are on some kind of fitness journey themselves. For gyms, though, the rise in filming is a blessing, as it brings the kind of free marketing that most businesses can only dream about. Recording someone unwanted is a crime that can be punished with several years in prison. An exception exists in most countries only for public spaces and people walking into the recording in the background. A public space is a place that is open and accessible to the general public. Roads, pavements, public squares, parks, and beaches are typically considered public spaces. And now here's a big reveal for all the people who record at the gym. Gyms are not public spaces. This means that every single person who records at the gym commits a crime. The thing that annoys me is that even though gym camera bans benefit us men for the greater good, this hurts women in the long run. This BS was originally to help women who actually were going to suffer from bad men. Well, guess what? You women wanted some easy clout and attention. Now instead of clout, you have hurt women. Have fun knowing that you caused this. All you had to do was be nice and respectful. There's only one thing in these videos that's creepy, and it's having a camera in the place where people do their workouts and are looking to learn from and take inspiration from fellow gym goers. They are probably glancing, wondering how long it can take you to set up a tripod on top of your short sets where you're on the equipment next to their circuit, which is also why they are following you. If you want to be a famous gym influencer, take the money you make and book private sessions. The rest of us have got to stay focused on putting in the big reps and big lifts so we can get back to our work an hour later. The difference between creepy and flirty is how attractive the woman perceives the male involved. Men, unless you are consistently batting in the top 15% of dating bachelors, cold approaching women will definitively wreck your local social network. Don't do it. Women can spin it any way they want to, but there is absolutely zero physical or athletic restriction, causing them to dress so scantily that you can see their exact shapes in all of the private areas, leaving nothing to the imagination. This is 100% validation and attention seeking. They are just showing off in hopes of getting Chad's attention. And if they get another guy's attention, it strokes their ego, and then they feel empowered to shame the guy because he is not up to their standards. Don't fall for it, guys. Don't fall for the trap women are setting up in the form of their tripods and cameras. Be a man, work out, and don't pay them any attention. Men and women are supposed to look at each other as a social reality. If they attract, okay. If they don't, okay. It's not a big deal, but everyone seems to think it is. Interesting women tend to elbow their way into men's, or primarily men's spaces, and then demand everyone and everything change to suit them. Generally, the pattern goes something like this. There is a male space where merit and competitiveness are highly encouraged. Women cry about inequality and force their way in, demand it changes to suit women's sensibilities, and be hyper-protective of women. The men lose interest and competitiveness and begin to drift away to find something else to do, and the environment becomes virtually devoid of men, or mostly the less competitive men remain. With no attention to be gained from high-quality men, the women drift away too, destroying the environment that once was only to seek out the next make environment. There is something in female psychology that demands depriving men of male-only spaces, not just for the sake of women getting attention from men, but I believe also it's a form of control or manipulating men's behavior. Something like, from women's perspective, an instinctive suspicion about men, especially in a group who are not being influenced by women. It is so much better for men to do their own workout at home or at a men's gym only. Modern women also accuse these men at the gym of something they did not do. He's doing his own workout, and he minding his own business. Men prefer doing their own workouts at home and going to an all-men gym. Most people go to the gym to work out, be healthier, or relieve stress. These people see it as a hookup place like the club or a party. If that's the case, you are at the gym for the wrong reasons. Filming yourself for posts on social media with an agenda is a definite red flag. But that's what's happening all over gyms in the West. And that's what is leading men to build their own gyms in their homes. As long as we men have each other and bros like Joey Swole, I'm hopeful we're going to have our gyms back in no time, because these women are just embarrassing themselves. Thanks for watching Man Reacts. Show us your love and support by liking this video, sharing it with your friends, and subscribing to the channel. Support us and help us spread support for men around the world. Do comment and share your thoughts. We're always up for a healthy debate and discussion.